and some kids had some great games. We had a young man that we're hopefully getting on the radio this morning out of LC Bird named J.B. Wright. He had 35 carries, 268 yards, and 2 touchdowns, and it was a heck of a performance by this young man. We also hope to have Donovan Tennyson on the radio this morning. He's out of Benedictine, and this young man had 4 receptions, 81 yards, and a touchdown. He had a 70-yard interception return for a touchdown, so he really had a great game. Kier Townsend also had a good game at LC Bird, and we hope to have him on the radio this morning, along with Rashard Ashby, who's considered probably one of the best linebackers in the state out of LC Bird. We hope to have him on this morning. Some other notables, Khalil Hamlin out of Monacan had a great performance last night with 32 carries, 191 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Their young quarterback, there's only a sophomore, Senior Flood, he was hurt, so the bulk of the offense fell on Hamlin, and as you can see, he performed well with 32 carries, 191 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So we had a lot of top-performing rushers last night. We had Darian Kennedy out of Colonial Heights, who had a career game, 27 carries, 191 yards, and 4 touchdowns in the win. Cosby continues to produce a couple of good running backs over there. Trevor Laurie had 7 carries, 130 yards, and a touchdown. Jordan Hall out of Hermitage had 12 carries and 107 yards. Also, Nathan Evans out of Lee Davis had 14 carries, 105 yards, and 3 touchdowns. But then we had a kid out at, they have it wrong in the paper, but out at Hanover, his name is Marcus Bazala. He had 36 carries, 246 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So just great rushing performances last night for these young men. Regarding all-purpose yards, actually 2 of the kids I've had the pleasure to coach over the years, Scott Bracey out of Benedictine, also he's a Duke commit, a senior this year. He was 9 of 17 passing for 169 yards with 2 touchdowns. Had 10 carries, 136 yards, and he had a 73-yard scamper in the second quarter. So he had an excellent game as far as all-purpose yards. Unfortunately, in a loss for John Marshall, the 6'7" Isaiah Anderson quarterback out of John Marshall was 12 of 29 for 242 yards, 2 touchdowns. He also had 14 carries, 155 yards, and 2 touchdowns, so he just had a heck of a game. Hermitage linebackers continue to do a great job over there. You have 2 of the better linebackers in the area, and John Kinney, he had 11 tackles, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery. And Calvin Whitehead out of Hermitage also had 6 tackles, a block punt, and he also returned that punt for a touchdown. So it was some good football in the 8-0.